It's been quite a week here in Washington, D.C. at the Pan American Health Organization's 54th Directing Council. Over the past 5 days, ministers of health from around the region have discussed, debated, and approved resolutions that will improve our health, the people of the Americas. I'm Lauren Vilanovic from the Pan American Health Organization. Today I'm going to speak with our Assistant Director, Dr. Francisco Becerra, and our Deputy Director, Dr. Isabella Danal. So, Dr. Becerra, what were the highlights from this year's Directing Council?
Well, the highlights, there are many, and I think that this is a very interesting Directing Council that we are finishing now. I think that the most important thing for us as Secretariat is that we have a budget approved for the next biennium. And we did have a very interesting new topics brought by the member states, like the phenomenon del Niño, which is something that the climate change is going to be affecting this region. And the other one is the interest of member states on maternal mortality and the new estimates that are going to be happening. Along those, many other resolutions that have passed, and I think that Dr. Danel can speak about those.
And Dr. Danel, for you, what were some of the highlights from this year's Directing Council?
Yes, so the discussion with the member states about especially some of our very important plans of action. But I think the other thing that I really enjoyed was some of the celebrations that we had. We have celebrated the achievement of the MDGs with an exhibition in our halls. We have achieved most of the MDGs with the exception of MDG 5, and that's really very exciting for the region. I think also our event on the elimination of onchocerciasis, we have eliminated it in 3 countries, almost certainly a 4th this year, and there's only 20,000 people left along the Amazon that are still at risk, and that is really an exciting accomplishment and achievement for our member states. So for me, those were some of the exciting events that occurred at this Directing Council.
And I think there's another historic moment here because we are celebrating 50 years of the building. So headquarters here in Washington is celebrating 50 years of this beautiful building designed by the Uruguayan architect. And this is just one of the many celebrations that we had this year.
Maybe we should just mention a few of the plans of action that the member states have approved. I think critical at a global level and a regional level as well is the plan of action for antimicrobial resistance, which was brought up at the G7 at very high levels, and we now have a plan for the region. We discussed how to move forward to address violence against women, also a critical issue, workers' health. And then also some of the very basic things that we at PAHO do with member states, like the immunization plan. PAHO has had so many the member states, I should say, have had so many achievements related to immunizations, and we want to keep the momentum moving forward, eliminate measles, work on eliminate hepatitis, and so that is encompassed in the plan of action for immunization. So those are some of the plans of action that I thought were particularly of interest.
And what comes next? As the Directing Council comes to an end, people are going back home, what can we expect to see from both member states and also from the Pan American Health Organization? Well,
this is where the real work starts in terms of getting things to action. We have the mandates through the resolutions and the plan of actions, so we have now to go to the implementation phase. Of course, we have many other plans of actions and programs running around, but now this is the implementation, and started working with the member states in preparing all these new things that we have mandated with. So this means workshops, technical visits, working with the countries, supporting them in the development of what they really need in terms of moving forward. So this is going to be intense work from here on.
Yes, and perhaps something else that we should mention is the launch of the Global Report on Healthy Aging, and that is a major issue for the Americas. So I think there will be increasing work related to aging and health. And I think we're already starting to work on our next Directing Council meeting. So there's many other problems and health issues that we'd like to address slowly but surely with our member states. So that will be happening this afternoon.
Wonderful. Thank you guys both so much for joining us. That's it for this year's Directing Council. If you're interested in learning more about the work that the Pan American Health Organization does, you can like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/PAHOWHO or follow us on Twitter at @PAHOWHO. If you want a complete wrap-up of this year's Directing Council, you can visit www.paho.org/DC54. I'm Lauren Delanovic from the Pan American Health Organization. Thanks for joining us and see you next time.